Hello summoners and welcome to the Mobalytics top 5 quick tips for playing LeBlanc. Tip number 1 has to deal with starting items and the early laning phase. Right now the combination of starting Corrupting Potion and the Time Warp Tonic rune as well as buying a Dark Seal on your first recall is a lot of sustain. This combo will allow ranged champions and more specifically lane bullies like LeBlanc to play very aggressive during the laning phase. The amount of control and freedom you have to trade is what makes this so good. Look to trade consistently and often, and make sure you're looking to proc your Electrocute and turn on your Corrupting Potion for the maximum trading power. Once you get your opponent low, go in for the kill. Tip number 2 has to deal with another rune that you can look at, which is Ghost Poro. With the Ghost Poro, not only on LeBlanc are you looking to play forward early game and invade with your jungler, but you can also place one down in a bush early on and get a bit of AP to help boost your laning phase. It's not too much AP early on, but considering that you're starting a Corrupting Potion anyway, that means that you're not getting the AP from a Doran's Ring, so this is a nice way to get some AP back. Tip number 3 has to do with roaming and agency and having some potential impact on the game. As LeBlanc, even some of the best players and high elo LeBlanc players will struggle to farm with her at times. Most of this is because her wave clear isn't very good, especially once you're set behind, but some of it is also how you should play. LeBlanc is a champion that is required to snowball and get a lot of kills, as you can have a hard time closing out the game, and split pushing in general just really isn't that effective in solo queue. What you should be looking to do on LeBlanc is push out the wave when you can and look to move around the map. It's a little bit of a cheese tactic, but the champion is kinda meant to cheese you. You should be patient and spend a lot of time waiting in bushes and in the fog of war. ADCs and squishies will want to farm side lanes, catch big waves, and group with their team, so wait for them. LeBlanc is an assassin with a mage-like laning phase, which is why she can be so powerful in the correct hands. Tip number 4, we will be talking about how to use her ultimate. One of the hardest parts about playing LeBlanc is understanding how and when to use your ult correctly. Should you use your ultimate distortion for extra wave clear, or should you wait to use it for poke and damage? Should you double chain or double mark? These things are tough and come with time and experience while playing LeBlanc, but in general you can think about it like this. If you think no fight is coming up soon, or you think there's no way that you're going to be getting in a fight, or you want to recall, you can use your double distortion to clear the wave. If you're chasing somebody or you're looking to kite, but you're not necessarily running away, meaning that you think you can actually turn on them and kill them, you can use a double chain. For maximum burst, you will look to QRW, that way you're double marking them. However, if they're a bit farther away from you and you do need to close a bit of distance, you could look to use a QWR for a second W instead of a second Q. However, the nuke potential of a QRW getting that double mark should blow up any squishy. Tip number 5 and our last tip is about 3 champions that you can pick LeBlanc into and feel confident that these will be good matchups for you. 3 good matchups for LeBlanc are Zoe, Vel'Koz, and Lux. All of these champions are very squishy and reliant on hitting one crucial skill shot to stop champions like LeBlanc from killing them over and over again. LeBlanc doesn't win these matchups 100% of the time, but if ahead, these champions can't do anything to stop her from snowballing and taking over, and she becomes oppressive when she gets a lead. You can use your maximum burst potential on Zoe, you can always throw the chain after Zoe lands from her R. If you dodge Lux's Q with your W, you can instantly blow her up. If you don't get knocked up from Vel'Koz's E, it's really easy to kill him. None of these champions can deal with a fed LeBlanc. Anyway, that's going to wrap it up for the Mobalytics top 5 quick tips for playing LeBlanc. Let us know in the comment section down below what you thought of these tips and then who you'd like to see for the next 5 quick tips.